So in case you haven't already seen it, this is the NewJerseyArts.com website that launched last week. For those who have been along this journey with us, you know this has been a long and bumpy ride to get here, but we're here. I always say websites are never done. They're always a work in progress, but this is certainly the next evolution, or what we call 3.0, because it's the third ground up redesign of the website that we've ever done. So this is a complete, we started with nothing and brought a brand new website to market. All right, letting some more folks in the room. So what is the website and what's the purpose of the website, right? So what it's not is a primarily an event engine. So yes, we will highlight events and spotlight events on the website, but this was not designed to be every event happening across New Jersey all on the website. That's what the legacy site did. That's not the design of this website. However, the more prominent focus is the storytelling that we do. So stories are somewhat the hero here, and they break down into 3 categories. And you see on the homepage, we highlight the 4 most recent stories that we have. And these can be either articles or podcasts or videos. So again, the 4 most recent will always appear here. You can click on all stories here, go to stories from the head nav, or you could go to read, watch, and listen, which are articles, podcasts, and videos. And they break down here as well. And you can see articles, video. If it's a video, clearly we embed the video here. Article, or straight ahead. But you also notice there's a recommendation engine built into the site. So based on what you're looking at, it's going to recommend other things you might be interested in. And if it's a podcast player is here. Again, recommendation engine giving you interest based on what you're looking at. Events, we will feature events on the website. So there's 2 types of events. There are events that are submitted to us as discounts, and there are events that we curate to feed whatever our messaging campaign that we're doing for the public is at that time. And that changes throughout the year. So you have an opportunity to submit an event for us to include in a campaign, but there's no guarantee there. So you're submitting something that we're curating. If you want to guarantee your event to appear on the website, the way you'll do that is to submit it as a discount. We do have some discounts on the site already, so thank you for those that are already doing that. You'll see it indicates the percentage off. Now, if you are not what's called a My Jersey Arts account, if you don't have an account with the website, you will see the discount. You just won't see how to redeem it. To do that, you need to be logged in. But everybody will see the event. Everyone will see that there is a discount. You get a description, a link to the landing page on your site. So again, this is not a place to link to your homepage. This is a place to link to the landing page for that event. This particular discount can be redeemed both online and by phone. So they're indicating that. I'm going to go ahead and log in to my account because I have a Jersey Arts account. If I go back to same event, I can now see the promo code, so I know how to redeem it. That's how the event discounting works. If you are part of a messaging campaign, those events will be here. Also, these are also sortable by category, by your zip code, or by keyword search. So these are what are currently including in our summer campaign that's going on right now. We have a fall campaign that's going to be launching early in September. We're currently still accepting events for that campaign. And again, I'll show you how all that works. The site also has a directory. So this is kind of like your yellow page listing. I'm a Gen Xer, so yellow pages were a thing growing up. So this is more just an overview of your organization. I'm going to focus on State Theater because Howard told me I was allowed to. So thank you, Howard, for allowing to focus on State Theater today. Okay, I'll search for State Theater. This is the State Theater listing. This is not a place to put events. This is not a place to put time-sensitive information. So you don't want to include things here like our upcoming season or this is our 50th anniversary because it dates this listing very quickly. So this is just an overview of who you are. If you're a consumer, it just tells people, I've never heard of State Theater before. What is it? Gives me an overview of State Theater. You can see here, these are the tags associated with it because these are the things that the State Theater does. It presents theater, music, film, festivals, dance, comedy, and variety. This is what State Theater does. You may be a producing theater company, so theater would be the only tag you used. And that's okay, because that's what you do. So the consumer is going to find you based on what you do. And since I'm logged in, I can also add you to my favorites if I choose to. So this will keep track of your favorites for people who have accounts. Included in this as well are up to 4 photos. These photos can be increased in size. These are your social media networks, your website, your address, your phone number. We also give you the opportunity to include your Google Place ID. I strongly recommend if you have one using it, State Theater's using it. That generates the Google map. It also pulls in your Google reviews. As we know, users love reviews. We weren't going to ask people to start from scratch creating new reviews. We're just pulling Google reviews in. And Howard, congratulations. You've got really good reviews on 2,252 people. Any events that you have in the system that are attached to you will also generate here as well. So that's how the directory works. The site also has destinations. So this is our cultural tourism page. Right. So we work with the Division of Travel and Tourism to create these campaigns that we do around destination marketing. These are select locations. Again, I'll go to New Brunswick since we're on a State Theater kick. And this is a way to tell consumers who are thinking about planning day trips or overnights what they can do in New Brunswick. So it includes a blurb about New Brunswick, videos that we've made for each location, what to do. So these are the cultural assets in that town, places to eat, with additional recommendations on Yelp, and where to stay, with additional options for Airbnb and Vrbo. We also have a nice little photo library here, and any related stories that are in the system that are tied to New Brunswick, or any related events that are tied to the system that are related to New Brunswick will also generate here through the recommendation engine. So that is a quick snippet of jerseyarts.com. Again, on the homepage, this campaign will change. Right now it's summer. It's going to shift to fall. Our most recent stories, sort by articles, podcasts, and videos here. The featured events are here. And this is where we cue people to sign up for their jerseyarts.com account and for the directory.
I usually check.
If you're interested in specifics, there are industry links here. Talk to you about how to upload a directory, update a directory profile, submit a discount, submit an event for a campaign, pitch a story. But all of that activity actually happens over here on the ArtPride portal. So when you go to ArtPride, let me go to artpridej.com or artpridej.org. You'll see a My ArtPride login right here. When you click that, it will take you to a login page. Again, thank you, Howard, for allowing me to log in as you today. You'll see this is what your profile page will look like as an organization. You can see your account information, your permission level. There are 3 permission levels: administrator, editor, and contact. Your role and your job title. The 3 permission levels. So an administrator has complete control over the account. An editor can submit or edit content, but can't edit or add users. And a contact is a view-only account. So you may choose you want people to be able to view their account but not do anything with it. That's fine. You have that option. Or you may say, well, I want somebody to be an editor, but I don't want them to have ability to edit users. That's an editor account, or again, admins can do anything. This is where you can view that profile that we talked about on jerseyarts.com. So if we go back to State Theater, and we look at this listing, this is generated here in your My ArtPride portal. This is what it looks like. It looks very similar, as you can tell, but here you can also edit it. So you can make whatever edits you want here in this back end of the system. You can also submit. This is where you will submit your event discount. So you put the event name, you choose an image, put a start date. An end date is optional. So for some events, an end date's important. If you have an exhibit that's going on for a long period of time, you want to talk about when it starts, when it ends. But it may be a one night only event, so you only have to put in a start date. Times also are optional because times are so complicated when it comes to all the different types of events that happen. Again, if you're doing a one night only show, you may say it's taking place on September 15th at 8 p.m. That's fine. Again, if it's an exhibit, you're going to put your operating hours here, or you can just choose various times if it's too complicated, which will tell the user that, hey, the times are multiple. Go to our website to find out. You can also put a description of your event here. You put the location, the venue name. For some people, that's like for State Theater, it's always going to be State Theater. But if you're the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra, sometimes it could be State Theater, sometimes it could be Count Basie. So you have to put your venue name in here. There's an optional space here for details about the venue. Sometimes venues have multiple spaces within them or any kind of details. This is optional. You don't need to use this. But if you do need it, it's here. You put the tags, what type of event is this? You can put multiple options, but again, please only use options that are really relevant to that event. So if it's a music festival, you can put in music and festival. If it's a film festival, film and festival. But you don't want to put in things here that aren't relevant to you because that's just going to confuse the users. There are 3 types of events. We do accept in-person, virtual, and hybrid. It is defaulted to in-person, but if you do have a virtual event that you want to offer a discount to, you can certainly do that. The system will allow you to do that. Same thing with price range. Minimum is required. This is like what the price is. If you have a price range you want to put in, you can use minimum and maximum. This is where you'll select your discounts. So you take your percentage off, anywhere from 20% up to buy one, get one. Put the promo code. This is how tickets are redeemed. We are not a ticket reseller. So when you put a promo code into the website, it's going to link over to you, and this is the promo code that you'll use on your website to accept discounts. If you choose phone, it will also prompt you for the phone number. It's really important if you select phone that your frontline staff is aware that you're doing this and what the promo code is. So you don't want to select phone as an option and then people call with the promo code and your box office staff's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So phone is certainly there for you to use. You can also use only phone if you wish. So if your website doesn't allow discounting, you can just put phone in there. You'll still be asked for the event website because we still need to link to something, but it won't say the discount's redeemable that way. It's only redeemable by phone. So that is an option if you don't have the technology to support online promo codes. But I imagine for most people, it's going to be online, event website, promo code, and you're done. You can also do a discount description here. So if you want to limit your discount, if it's a theater run and you only want to offer it on certain nights of the week, or if it's a certain portion of the house that you're discounting, you have the option to put that in there. You do not have to use the space. It's optional, but if you want to use it, it's there for you to use. Or if you want to just put a simple description there, like use this promo code to get 20% off. I mean, you can use this however you want. It's an open space, but it does give you that flexibility to customize your discount a bit. You want to make sure your event SAS is marked confirmed, and then you'll submit the discount. This name is automatically generated for you. You don't edit this field. The discounts will be attached to whatever organization submits them, because that's your responsibility. Once you submit this, you're confirming that you're going to honor this discount. The other thing you can do here is submit an event for our upcoming campaign. So we're currently accepting events for the fall guide. It's going to ask you what you want to do. I want to submit an event. Now, this process is much easier for you. All you need to do is put a link to the landing page for that event and a photo. That's all it's required. We lowered your threshold for what we're asking you to do to submit an event for a messaging campaign, because there's no guarantee that event's going to appear for you. So what we didn't want to do is make you do all the work of filling out these forms only to find out that none of the events you submitted are ever going to appear. So the landing page should give us what we need to create that for you, and we do that on the back end. It does ask for your contact information. Again, that's something we're working on. And then you hit submit. You can submit up to 5. So let's see, if you want to submit another one, you can say yes. If you want to submit another one, yes. Up to 5 events for any given messaging campaign. So we did this. You can also, because I'm not going to go into this because I don't want to reveal anything, but Howard is an admin user, so he can go in here, see all the users associated with his account, edit, add, change, because he's an admin. If you have any, again, if you have any current discounts that are offered, they appear here for you, so you know that. So take a breath. Does anyone have any questions about either of the two websites, about jerseyarts.com or about the artpridnj.org portal and how they work? Okay, Grace, thank you. Go ahead, Grace, and then Pam.
You're still on mute, Grace.
My question is, who is all of this open to? Is it open to the public or just people, just organizations that are registered? Is it an industry thing, or can the public log on to this and get this information?
That's a great question. So jerseyarts.com is a business to consumer website. So this is geared toward consumers. The ArtPride portal is a business to business tool. So this is geared toward organizations. The only organizations that have access to have their content featured on jerseyarts.com are organizations registered with the Jersey Arts Marketers Network, the network you're in right now. To be eligible for this network, you have to meet one of three criteria. You have to be A, be a member of ArtPride New Jersey. B, you can be a direct grantee of the State Arts Council. So not a re-grantee through the counties, but a direct grantee through the council. Or you can be a member of the New Jersey Theater Alliance. There are two partners that we work with. So ArtPride member, council grantee, Theater Alliance member. If you meet any one of those three criteria, you have access, you're eligible to be featured as an organization on the website. But the market for jerseyarts.com to see the content, to absorb the content, is the consumer.
Got it.
Great. I think it was Pam next.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everybody. Jim, just point of clarification. I believe we need to have a personal account separate from our business account, correct?
Correct. Thank you, Pam. It's a great question. So to access the portal, this should be your business. This should be your work account. This is your work email. This is who you are as an administrator, as somebody working in the industry. An account on jerseyarts.com, this is you as a consumer, right? So this is you as a customer. So this should be, this should be your home address, your home email. This is a consumer-based site. Okay, Jason. I'm sorry, Pam, did that answer your question correctly?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Jason.
Hey there, good morning. I was wondering, how do organizations get selected to be on the destination pages? Is that something that we have to apply for, or how is that curated?
Yeah, another great question. Thank you so much. No, you don't apply. This is purely curated content. So this is something that we work with the Division of Travel and Tourism, and then once a destination is selected, we work with your DMO, your destination marketing organization, to help garner that content. So this is not something you can submit for or ask to be featured. I mean, you can always ask a question, right? You can always come to a JAM meeting and say, hey, I would love my town to be involved, but there's no formal submission process for you to go through for that. Does that answer your question?
Well, I'm just wondering, since New Brunswick is already on there, how we would get listed as one of the what to do's on that particular page.
I'm actually surprised that you're not.
Me too.
Yes, you should be added there. We'll get you on there.
Okay, cool. Thanks, John.
This is a little bit of transition from the old site to the new site. There's still some bugs we're working through.
Oh, yeah, I know how that is. I know how that
You
is.
should be there.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling that to our attention, though. Shoanne? Oh, Shoanne's asking to come in the room.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
if you had a question or you were just coming in.
No, I don't have a question right now. Thank you.
Great. Any other questions at the moment? I will also tell you again, in these industry links at the bottom of the page, it tells you exactly how to update your directory. It tells you to go to ArtPride, my ArtPride to do it, but it tells you exactly what to do. Same thing if you want to submit an event discount, it tells you exactly what to do. It's step-by-step instructions there. How to submit an event for a campaign. Again, it's directing you to my ArtPride to do it because that's where this activity takes place. Now, pitching a story, that's the other thing you can do. Pitching a story is a little bit different because good story ideas come from all over. You do need to be a JAM organization to be featured in the story, but a story pitch can come from anywhere. So this is actually not currently behind a login. We're debating whether to put it there or not, but currently it's not. So this is just a page on the artpridenj.org site that you can pitch a story from. Again, submitting a story pitch does not mean you're going to be covered. We do about 90 stories a year, so we do quite a bit. But, you know, it doesn't mean everybody's going to be able to get a story. It's pitching it just like you would pitch a story to any other media outlet. Like you're going to pitch it. Sometimes we can cover them, sometimes we can't. Sometimes logistics get in the way. I will tell you that Isaac Cerna Diaz, who is our digital content manager, likes to work about 2 months in advance. So if you're thinking about pitching a story about an event coming up in 2 weeks, unfortunately, that is never going to happen. So you got to give us notice because first we have to go through the pitches. We talk about what stories we're going to cover and not cover. Then he has to assign it out to one of our content contributors. We have an amazing team of content contributors. Many of them have won prestigious awards. They're great journalists, but they're not on staff. They're freelancers. So we then have to farm that out to them. They have to work it into their schedule. And then, of course, we have to do the logistics about organizing the interview, doing what we need to do to get that story covered. Articles are clearly the most common thing that we do. We do the majority of them are articles, and they have the lowest threshold to get covered. It's more complicated to do a podcast. Podcasts are a little bit more involved, right? You have roughly a 20, 25-minute interview that gets cut into a story. The hardest one to do is a video because now we're dealing with more logistics, right? We're going to send a videographer out. We're going to send our correspondent out on location to do these stories. The nice thing that we do as well that I don't think everybody realizes is that if we cover you, we will give you the B-roll that we shoot for free. So if you ask us, hey, you went and you covered our production of XYZ, can we have that B-roll? The answer is going to be yes. I mean, you have to request it, but we will provide it to you. We do ask that you do a courtesy of if you ever use it. But that's another perk that you get from us if you get covered as a video. Any other questions? Okay, fantastic. Thank you for your attention.